Christmas vacation, he taught me how to snowboard. I think that every time I go to snowboard, I'll remember him. Thank you.
My relationship with Sandy Haynes was mainly that at school. And I met him in 7th grade, and I most remember in Mr. Case's class how Mr. Case always used to get upset with him. And no matter how mad Mr. Case got, Sandy would just sit there and laugh at him. And it didn't ever really matter. And that's really how I remember Sandy.
My fondest memory of Sandy was in 6th grade because that's how long I've known him for. And I remember when I was just totally in love with him, and I know Jennifer Petrotto's gonna kill me, but she was in love with Austin Price, and Sandy told me the reason he couldn't like me is because him and Austin had a bet, and they had to see who could go the longest without a girlfriend.
I remember Sandy as always being in a good mood, really tolerant of people. He never really got upset with me, at least. And always, no matter what, if he got an A or an F on a test, he always had a smile about him. I always remember him for his intelligence, and the thing I remember most about him is his humor, his intelligence, and his ability to make me laugh.
This year on my birthday, me and Summer Watson and Winter Watson were in Reno for my birthday, and Sandy, we saw him in Miller's Outpost, and he came up to me and he was just hugging me, telling me happy birthday, and Dan Nelson was there too, and they were just all telling me happy birthday. And also this year, me and Summer and Winter were driving, and Sandy was standing in the middle of the street with his pants halfway down. And he was just staring at us, looking, I don't know, with his look. He had his hands in his shirt. It was like freezing outside. He's all, yeah, Joel wouldn't come out here with me today. He said it was too cold. So he's all, I don't know why he won't come out. It was just like freezing outside. And he's just all Summer in his shy voice. He's all, can you give me a ride? And she did, you know, back to Joel's house. And also, well, what I remember at Sandy the most is that he was so smart. You would never think he was so smart, and he was a 4.0 student. He was on the honor roll, and I remember last year we rode the bus a couple times together, and he was in geometry, and I was still in basic algebra, and he's all, Monica, it's okay. He's all, you'll make it to geometry. He's all, it's so easy when you get there. He's all, you know, it's just so easy. He's all, but you'll make it though. And I remember Sandy also, he was really shy. If he saw a girl he liked, he'd just kind of bow his head down and he'd just go, hi, and in his little voice, and he was just really funny, and I know he cared about all of us.
Something that I'll always remember about Sandy was that goofy look he got on his face when he'd say something, you know, coming down my ice cream shop, Ryan, clean up the whole place if you front me a banana split. And he'd clean up our entire ice cream store just for a banana split. And he always had that goofy look on his face when you want what? And he'd just go.
I remember Sandy always coming to my house. He liked muffins. And he'd come over, find a box of muffins, and cook up a batch. And this one time we were about to cook up muffins, and we were halfway done, and we had no milk. So we called Monica. Monica came over with some milk. We didn't even cook the batch. We just mixed it up, and Sandy ate the batter.
I remember a couple of years ago when I first met Sandy, I used to go up to the casinos with Chris Jackson all the time. And we'd see Sandy up there, and he'd just be, you know, giving us a bunch of crap. And me and Chris would drag him up the stairs at Harrah's or throw him down the stairs. And he'd always just sit there and laugh and ask for more. He never really cared what we did, as long as we was having fun picking on us.
For any of you who skated with Sandy, you know that he's pretty much #1 in Tahoe, to at least us. And I guess he's, I don't know, just like, we just remember him for skating all the time.
Speaking of skating, over the summer, Sandy and I, we'd go out, skate till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just skate everywhere in town. And then afterwards, we'd go into Winchell's, buy some donuts, eat them, go back to my house, and he'd sit there and we'd call up one of his girlfriends or something. And he'd sit there and talk to him till 4 or 5 in the morning. My mom would come up all irate, start yelling at him, kicked him out of the house once. Sandy always did seem to have a way with women, though.
Speaking of women, one day Sandy came to school and he's had something on his mind. He looks over at me and goes, "Tommy, I'm wearing women's panties." And I said, "Excuse me, Sandy?" He goes, "Well, see, my underwear was dirty and so I had to go get a pair of my mom's." And he did that for 2 days in a row.
Thank you.
Now we're going to have a salute by Santini. It'll be over here on the trampoline. And also Chris Valencia, too.